So here is Maddie Salamone and her group reading quotes from our esteemed professors.
Professor Orth.
Good evening. Yes. Thank you for coming tonight. I'm sorry, I apologize for my dress this evening. I was eating at Panera Bread before coming over here. But I heard there was a very interesting joke about a tiger. And so I brought along this tiger. Which is not really a tiger at all. It's merely a tigger. But it came with a note in the bag. No, not that note. That's the deed to my house. But the note said, "Dear Professor, please enjoy this tiger." And it was left in the classroom where I teach. Now, can anyone here tell me some of the problems with the delivery of this gift? No, one person. One person. You're all muttering. Stop muttering. One brave person.
Professor Eichner.
If I call you and I tell you that I've installed a transmogrigatron above your house, have I falsely imprisoned you? Yes. I have not falsely imprisoned you.
Professor Nickel.
Gene Nickel on Dean Smith. Walked into my office one day, had a message waiting. Picked up the phone, pressed the button, heard the following. Gene, this is Dean Smith. Now, I don't know if you ever heard of me or know me, but I used to coach basketball here at Carolina. Now, for me personally, that's kind of like me picking up the phone, pressing the button, and hearing on the other end, "Gene, this is Jesus Christ. I used to do a little preaching up on a mountain."
Professor Conley.
So I can't do imitations as good as they can. I'm just going to say my quote because it's awesome. Professor Conley in Civil Procedure, I'm going to do something that will shock you. I'm going to put North Carolina legislature and thought in the same sentence.
Professor Brophy.
Nothing vacuums out pockets like love.
Professor Nickel.
So you mean to tell me that the federal government can reach into my home, tell me how to grow my tomatoes? Y'all seen Thelma and Louise? Yeah. There's a part of the movie, I say this every year, I'm gonna say it now. Thelma says, "Gah, that law is some tricky shit."
Professor Conley.
Okay, I can't do impressions, but imagine I have a giant sweet tea in my hand. I'm talking about dinosaurs now. So if you're listening, good. If you're not, you can close your eyes because you're not going to get stepped on.
Professor Myers. I live my whole life by mob rules. I ain't putting anything in writing.
Also, public service announcement. If you get in El Camino with your drug-dealing friend, you might go to jail for cocaine possession.
Garrett Davis. 1L.
Okay, so let's just preface this. Garrett says a lot of funny shit in class, but this is by far the funniest thing that he has ever said. I'm just saying, if you give a couple 40s to a girl named Misty in West Virginia, somebody's bound to go buck wild.
Professor Conley.
It's hard to follow Garrett Davis. This one requires a little movement, so just bear with me. One day we're Civ Pro, Professor Conley comes in, no computer will work. He's furiously typing, he stands up and says, "I'm sorry, one of my moronic colleagues has screwed this up. I'm gonna go get the guy." So we're left sitting there doing nothing for 2 minutes. He comes back, Professor Conley, short man, standing next to what looks like a mountain of a man. And he turns to us and he says, have you guys met Charles? He's the only competent guy in the building.
Professor Brophy.
Lots of fun things to talk about today, and by fun, I mean entertaining, because we get to watch people's lives fall apart.
Encore of Professor Brophy.
Wow, he looks like he's suffering a lot on life support. Let's pull the plug. Or don't. Let him suffer.
Professor Conley. There's a little discrepancy here. All right, Professor Conley, let's assume in this scenario, in Bizarro World, thank you.